On today's video, we are talking about CBEX. Recently in Lagos, Nigeria, there's a outbreak of scam that really happened just a few days ago, and this is about 2 days ago. This scam actually cost a lot of citizens of Nigeria most of their hard-earned money. Most people invested their money into this and it failed. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we are discussing about CBEX, C-B-E and X. So this is a Ponzi scheme actually, which has been working since 2024. People has been cashing out from this CBEX of a thing, but it was mostly kept as a secret. People basically don't really cast an update like it is popularly called in Nigeria. So they kept it to themselves, just a little group of people, about hundred thousands of people in Nigeria as a whole doing this CBEX of a thing. First of all, what is CBEX? Let me explain. CBEX is a Ponzi scheme whereby you put in, for instance, 10,000 naira, and in the next month you get 20,000 in return. So the higher money you put, the bigger interest you get. So it is something that is very, very catchy, because who wants to invest 10,000 in a year and get just 10% when you could easily invest 10,000 in a month and get 100% back? So this was the bait they actually threw to the people, and people started investing in this thing. Unfortunately for them, after the investments, a lot of people started telling other people about it, and this CBEX of a thing started growing big and big. This actually led to almost 30% of Nigerians investing into this, but it wasn't so loud because basically I myself didn't know about it until it went bad. So this Ponzi scheme actually assured you that you're gonna get your money properly, and also the more you invest, the more money you make, and the more people you bring under you, the more interest your money makes. So for instance, if I bring someone who invests 100,000 and I myself invest 100,000, end of the month the person gets his 100,000 plus an extra 100,000, making it 200,000 naira to himself or herself. I myself personally get my 100,000 back in return, and an extra 100,000 for the money I invested, and an extra 50% from whatever the person I bring deposited. So that just giving me more money. Anyways, this Ponzi scheme has been going on for over a year now, and people are really cashing out, but they never knew that they were waiting for the right time to strike. Unfortunately, in this month of April 2025, the CBEX Ponzi scheme crashed. This led to over hundred thousands of Nigerians in tears, because most people has already invested all their life savings, and also most people has invested all they have. The crazy part is that some people even took money from loan companies to invest, hoping that once they get paid, they will clear off the debt and be free, and also have some money to keep to themselves. But unfortunately, the story was turned around, and this actually went sour. So looking at it now, the CBEX has crashed, but who are involved in this CBEX of a thing? We are actually not yet sure, because the EFCC, that's Economic for Financial Crime Commission in Lagos, Nigeria, are actually working to catch and also discover the people behind this scam. This actually didn't favor a lot of people, because this was a lot of people first time of investing, and it just went bad. So popular celebrities in Nigeria, which I won't love to mention name because mostly it's all allegedly, so many celebrities and big names in Nigeria actually invested in this Ponzi scheme, and now they are just stranded. A lot of people are crying and praying for a way out. Unfortunately, there is no way out, because this has actually happened in the previous year during 2016 in Nigeria, and this time around it was a different twist. During 2016, when this happened, it actually came in a way, it came from students actually. So mostly people who were affected are students and few business owners, but it was very loud. But this time around, it happened mostly with traders in the market, because that was where they started with. So most traders realized they could easily make money instead of coming under the sun to trade. Now the EFCC are working on catching up with these people who pulled off this scam, or whatever it might be called. Anyways, they have caught up with 4 people, which they won't like to let out the name because they said it is not really right to let out names now because it will also affect the investigation. The CBEX of a thing actually crashed with 1.3 trillion Nigerian currency. Whichever country you are watching this video from, just make a conversion of 1.3 trillion naira to your currency and you see how much that is. In dollar, that is billions of dollars actually. So this Ponzi scheme has been going on for a long time, and as we speak now, there are still upcoming ones and there are still ongoing ones right now. Nigerians actually don't want to listen. I won't say Nigerians, some people really don't want to listen and they don't want to pay attention. They don't want to learn from the past. They are actually moving on with whatever comes. And that's one thing for Nigeria. They believe in whatever it is gonna be. So this Ponzi scheme has actually crashed. That was 2 days ago before making this video. So whenever you're watching this video, it might be behind or so. So this Ponzi scheme crashed and nobody has their money back. A lot of people invested 20 million, 30 million, 100 million. Some people sold their house. There's a woman on Instagram who sold their house and she's been crying because she said that was all she has. She sold her house just to invest into this Ponzi scheme and make double of the money back within a month. But unfortunately and unluckily for her, it crashed the moment she invested. This Ponzi scheme scam was pulled out by 4 major people who their name are not yet out, but EFCC are doing some investigation, and according to the investigation, they said 2 of those people are brothers because the money was moved out to a Binance account, which was a crypto account, and according to traces, the account traced out to some people which they realized had the same name. Why? That is why the EFCC realized these 2 people are brothers, and the remaining 2 other that was also caught during the investigation time, they realized they don't actually know each other. So these are just group of people who came together and decided to work and make money without stressing themselves. They realize that, oh, you are good in scamming, you are good in coding, you are good in analyzing or data analytics, something like that. So they all put out these tricks together and got people into it. They actually started with capital, little money for the first people who invested because they made profit, and that made them to invest more into it. This Ponzi scheme of a thing has been going on and it's so bad because there's nowhere you could trust anymore. A lot of banks do money trading or money market as it is called. It's actually called mutual funds. So in this way, you could just invest any amount you have. In the year, by the end of the year, you're definitely going to have approximately 20 to 18% depending on how the trade goes. But one thing for sure is that your money is never going to get lost, and you can walk up to your bank at any time to liquidate your money. Even if the year is not out, you could just walk into the bank, tell them you want your money, and get your money back. This CBEX of a thing, what are your thoughts? And in case there's something I missed, you could easily check them online. Just type CBEX, CBEX, and you see how these people pulled off this crime. It is actually a 1.3 trillion, which is the highest of its Ponzi